Well, good morning, everybody. Wow, yesterday was something, wasn't it? I've already hit record. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room. I've got a little sign back there I embroidered on Spanky. Uh, this is a virtual stitching retreat, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central Time, where we just kind of hang out and visit, stitch, pick fabrics, whatever it is we're going to do, right? This is great. Y'all, yesterday was absolutely amazing. Had the largest audience we've ever had on the channel. Valerie counted 1,146. That was huge, crazy amount of people. So it was wonderful. I would assume most of you were there. So we had a lot of fun. The lady who won the Quilted Witch, Colleen, I don't know if she's here this morning or not. She knows she won. I saw her in the chat where she said, I can't believe it, but she hasn't emailed me yet with her address. So she needs to do that. I will take a look and see if perhaps, she's a customer of ours. Maybe she purchased a seam ripper or a t-shirt or something. And so, well, Tiny, those viewers, that's views on the whole video up to that point. But I was counting viewers actually in the live. Yeah. So anyway, oh, you're going to participate in the chat, Deborah. Well, welcome. I am glad you are here. Nice to have you. Yeah, we've got a little welcoming committee. So she's been lurking, you guys, make her feel right at home. If you guys ever want to chat with somebody or get their attention, you can put the little @ symbol and just begin typing their name, and everybody with those first couple of letters will pop up. Choose the one you like and go ahead and type your message. That is not private, but what it will do is their name will pop up in orange highlight in the chat, not for everybody else, but just for them. And it'll let them know that somebody is trying to, is saying something specific to them so they don't miss it. Because sometimes it just flies like crazy. But yeah, it was great. Oh, you guys, Barbara says we have, well, good. Rita, I'm glad you're here. Is it Rita or Retta? She says, oh, sorry, Connie, missed ya. There she is right there.
Good morning, everybody.
There's the love of my life. Good morning, handsome. Another busy day here at the Casa de Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's cold outside, you guys. 35 this morning, high of 70. You don't like the weather in South Texas? Wait 5 minutes. That's how it goes. Yeah, that's great. So anyway, yeah, she knows she won, but I haven't heard from her. So we'll give it a couple more days and see if she lets me know. So anyway, yeah, that's how many we had. And it was crazy, crazy busy. I was so glad to have Valerie here to help me muddle through all of that, because the comments just were nuts, absolutely nuts. So had an email and a comment under the video. Wanted to let you guys know. And it was from the same person. And so I don't know where she heard it or whatever, but she said, somebody, you know who somebody is, nobody knows, said that you had to be a paid subscriber in order to win any of the prizes on my videos. Let me put that to bed right now. That is patently false. I don't have paid subscriptions on my channel. So that's the end of that. But you do have to be in the chat. So if you leave a comment below the video, you're not signed into Google, or you didn't get in the chat, you can't be counted. And I stopped doing that method of counting the, it's called the YouTube comment picker. I stopped doing that probably almost a year ago, because scammers were jumping on board and, leaving a comment to your comment saying that you won and then wanting you to contact them to get your prize, and they wanted shipping and all of that. And that's not how I roll. I never charge shipping when you win. So I have got, I only use the giveaway feature in StreamYard. That is the streaming platform that I use, and I only do that. And I am not hooked on the internet. Am I blurry? All right. Y'all, I'm not hooked into the internet. Just one second. Let me do that real quick. I just noticed that my internet cable, my LAN cable is not plugged in. So let me get it. And sorry about that. Now see? Yeah. Hold on a second. I just noticed that. There we go. Am I gone? Let's see what happened here. If I can come back for you guys. Just a minute. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. I knew it. I saw that and I said, uh-oh, that's not going to be good. Okay. Oops. Am I back? I think I'm back. Yeah, now I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yay. Thanks, Bernie. Okay, so I did not mention it in the live yesterday, but I finished the top for American Pie. Very, very happy to have that done. I got on the 2 outer borders, so that was nice to have that done. I want to share a video with you guys. I initially so the borders are like 2.5-inch strips, and it is a stripe, which is cruel. It is a cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, so there's the outer border stripe. And I want to, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I think you are not looking at it. Let me aim you down a little bit. Where's it at? Oh, it's up above the scissors. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at right here. Hold on a second. Okay. Right here. Oh, there. There it is. There is where the seam is, putting those 2 border stripes together. You can see it. See it right there? That's the seam putting those 2 stripe pieces together. Well, how did you get that so perfect? Oh my gosh, Becky, look at that. That's amazing. I can't even tell. So I wanted to show you guys how I did that. I started sewing them together yesterday morning and, was all ready to take. I just sewed flap, and stitched it. Off I went. And then I flipped it over and took a look at it and was horrified. So no. Very, very simple. Kim says it makes her brain hurt to think about doing that. Let me show you how I did that. I actually shot a little video. It's about 3 minutes long, and I'm going to let you guys see it. But this is how. Let me share my screen with y'all. And I'm going to show you how I put that together. There's a trick. And let me share. Okay, let's get this going. If this will work. Are you going to work? Okay. How come it won't let me? It's not letting me share my media player and make it work with you guys. Let me stop sharing. Just a second. Well, that's frustrating. How on earth can I get that so you guys can see it? I want you to watch the video of how I did that. Oh, let me video file and see if that works. It's in my videos. No, that's not working. Videos. Well, it's not letting me do it, guys. And that's very frustrating because it was very cool how I did that. So I'll just tell you how I did it. Man, I was all set. I had it pulled up, ready to go. And it won't let me share that video with you guys. I want to try one more time. Share my screen, media player, to share audio, share a tab or screen instead. No, it's not letting me do that. Maybe put it on the channel as a short. Yeah, I might have to. Anyway, what I did was took my handy dandy little template that I use for binding, guys, okay, and created the 45 on the piece that was going to overlap. All right. So you lay them out how they're going to go, and one of them's out of 45. And then I stuck them together with steam-a-seam. Okay, so I just used a little tiny piece of steam-a-seam right along the edge of that 45-degree angle, and then glued it exactly where I needed it to go, pressed it with the iron, sewed it right next to that seam to allow it that turn of cloth to be able to fold over, and it measured exactly, and then I trimmed it, and it worked perfect. So that's how I did that. But I will put it into a little video. It's like I said, it's like 3 minutes. I'll add a link in the description. You saw the video, but you couldn't push play. No, I couldn't push play. The video was there. It wouldn't let me push play, Samantha. It was very frustrating. So, oh, good, Judy. Excellent, excellent. We're going to have a really good time doing that. Connecting Threads had a sale on Wander Lane, and you bought the whole set. And you got another 10% off. Score. Yes, ma'am. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. You see your brother's straight stitch is the baby lock accomplished. No, my straight stitch is the brother PQ 1500. They are the same. The accomplished used to be the Jane. They renamed it to be inclusive. Whatever. So which Wander Lane am I doing next? Connie wants to know. I'm going to do, it'll be April's, because I did March's, the U, lucky you. If y'all didn't get a chance to watch the All Brands YouTube channel, that's where I showed how to stitch the stem, okay, and the lettering. And I created that in the Luminaire. You can do it in the Luminaire, the Stellaire, Solaris, anything with Design Center or IQ Design, anything like that. Very, very happy with how this turned out. Very happy. And then the little eyeballs those were digitized in Brilliance Stitch Artist too. Oh, let's see. I've got a couple of things I wanted to share with you guys. So I broke into my Peachy Keen fat quarter bundle, and I chose, so I'm going to make this says chickens. That's all it's called, is chickens. It is from Cluck Cluck Sew, the chickens quilt from Cluck Cluck Sew. So the one I'm going to make has 16 birds, and it's 54 by 60. So it'll be a nice little lap quilt. And the reason I'm doing that one is because I only got 3 yards of the background fabric. And so I can't make the full. Is it possible to see the All Brands video, or is it on YouTube? It's on YouTube, Sally. Just go to the YouTube. I'm sorry. Go to the All Brands channel on YouTube. It's not the After Hours with Courtney. It's kind of blue, and it's got my face on it. And I just did that last Thursday. So it shows exactly how to do that. So anyway, I got the seeds background. It's a white on white. Can you guys see it? So there's the seeds background for the chickens, and it's 16 birds. And then I'm going to do, I chose my 16 fat quarters this morning. So this is what my birds are going to be made out of right here. Just so pretty. And now I love the peach. Again, this is Peachy Keen. So there's a lot of peach in this bundle. I'm going to have 3 green chickens. Okay. And I'm going to have 4 peach chickens with the pretty blues in it. And then I've got 2 dark blue chickens. And I'll have a baby blue and then 2 light blue. These guys. And then the gray. So I'll have 4 of the gray chickens. Now, I needed, okay, so that'll be cute. Very, very cute. And then I needed combs and feet. Do they have wattles? No, they just have beaks. Okay, so I went pillaging through my stash and I found this red, and I looked for something that was more orangey, on the orangey side of red, and this yellow orange these fat quarters. I think this will look fine. What do you guys think? I think it'll work. Yeah. So the yellow is the feet and the beaks. Okay. That's what we got. I think that'll work. You guys think that'll work? I love it. This fabric, Jeannie, is called Peachy Keen. It is by Corey Yoder, and it's from Moda. So this is going to make a beautiful, happy little quilt. I love it. And then I've got, and these are just standard everyday blenders I got from somewhere. This one, this yellow one, the yellow one is called Shades. And I believe it's a Riley Blake. Yep. This is a Riley Blake. It's called Shades. See that? So I want to make sure, like, if I run out, I can get more of this. I shouldn't run out. And then this one is another, this is from Connecting Threads, and this is one of their standard blenders. This one right here. So this will be my combs. I think it'll work. Okay. So you can see combs, feet, and beaks, no wattles. My wings will be from the whites and lighter colors. I got 4 of the ginghams, the green, peach, gray, and blue in ginghams. These will make nice wings. And then we have the lighter fabrics. Those might do some wings. And then I have some leftover peaches and grays. Now this gray right here, we've got some diagonal stripe. I bought extra of this to be the nests. Because the nests are all the same. See the ones that are nesting? Those are all the same in a brown on this pattern. Okay. Yes. Lisa, I have not seen On Wander Lane fabric at Connecting Threads. I've only seen it at Fat Quarter Shop, some Etsy shops. Shabby Fabrics is carrying it. I'm not an affiliate for Shabby Fabrics, so I don't link it below the video. You guys want to get that, you got to get it on your own. Thank you, Marcia. Aren't you sweet? You're awesome. Thank you so much. You know, just trying to get you guys motivated to do some stitching. So these 2 fat quarters are ironed because I was ironing this morning before the video started. I need to get these ironed out. We're leaving Wednesday for Lafayette for All Brands University. So I wanted to get my fabrics ironed and maybe even get my chickens cut. I don't like to cut in the motorhome because I don't have a real good space for that. I just as soon do it here at home. So I want to spend today cutting out my chickens and getting those ready to travel in the blocks that I need. Yeah. And that way I can just sew so that I'm taking you guys with me on the road trip. So we're going to be sewing chickens. How's the enchantment top coming along? It's good story time. I need to, I've got all my blocks finished for that. So I wanted to show you guys, first of all, that that this is done. So that's why that's up behind me now. So this top is done. I'm 99% sure I'm going to quilt it in all paisleys. Count your chickens before you travel, Peggy. You're so funny. Count your chickens. So I don't know if I'll get all 16 of them done while we're on the road, but we'll give it a shot. But so then Land of Enchantment needs to be put up here, and I've got to get the blocks all set up and get them ready, you know, for how they need to be stitched. So they're all finished. I did all 36 of them. I've got them right here, right next to me. I've got all 36 blocks ready to go, but they need this white sashing in between the blocks. Okay, so I can't just sew them together. I've got to get it all out and ready. Yes, I'm going to show the quilting process on my long arm, Laura Jean. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. I'll show that. Matter of fact, today I'm making a video. It'll be pre-recorded. It won't be a live, but I'm making a video to show how I load my quilt on the frame for my King quilter. And on this new frame, I love this thing, you guys. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how much ease and how nice it is. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that today and get that edited and get it out. I don't know. Yeah, they're on sale right now. Yeah, the Deb Champion, you just got your books. They are on sale. Grab them while you can. Please use my link below the video. I'd appreciate that very, very much. So oh man. So I think doing those chickens this summer, this spring will be fun. But my goodness, you guys am I going to do a white or a cream color? Shannon, are you talking about for the Candyland? I have got, there's a Candyland with the Land of Enchantment. There is a white on white that goes with this line, and it's like the feather print. So this print here with the feathers, there's a white on white of that. And that's what I purchased to be the in-between. So I've got to get these up on the wall and get them, you know, in the order I want them to go in. And that, y'all, that is so incredibly hard for me. It is paralyzing. So I'm dragging my feet on doing that. Are the chickens pieced or applique? They are pieced. Those are all pieced. There's no applique to that. Yeah. So I'll be taking you guys with me along with the chickens, and we will do those together while I'm on the road starting. So we leave Wednesday morning. I'll do Wednesday morning's video right here. And then we take off, I don't know, usually around 10:30ish. And we're heading to Mont Bellevue. We're going to spend the night at my rally manager's house. Bonnie, she might be watching. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, Valerie is going to help me, Lisa, for sure. I'm going to have her over because she's so good at that. You know, I just envy that skill. Let's see. There was a honey coupon and you saved another $20, Lynn. Awesome. That's great. Good for you. So anyway, I'm going to be, I'll be having Valerie help me with that because she can just look and go, that goes there, that goes there, this does that, da, 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 da. That'll look better, flip, flop, flip, flop. And in a matter of a few minutes, she's got it done where I'll put it up on the board and I'll stare at it for 2 weeks because I don't know. And I take pictures of it with my phone and I kind of look at it and move it around. And y'all, that is just not my gift. That is so stinking hard for me. As much as I try to do that, I just can't. So, you made the mini quilt? Okay. So Cheryl, you jumped in. With a SCANNCUT and Brilliance and made the Wander Lane mini quilt, how should you finish the back? Should you quilt it? So on my mini quilt, are you talking about these? This is the mini. I didn't quilt this. There's very little to quilt. I guess you could do micro stippling around in the white part if you wanted to do it, but the back, I didn't do anything to it at all. It's just floating on there, but it is so small that there's nothing to it. So, can I tell you more about that's Land of Enchantment. You were born and raised in the state and been, okay. Yeah. So Land of Enchantment is a line that is all about New Mexico. It's from Moda. I don't know if there's any, it's hard to find. It's out there, but it's hard to find. You know what? If you want to get some Land of Enchantment, I bet you I would Google quilt stores in New Mexico and call them because they'll have it for sure. I would think that they would have a load of that fabric. Even if they don't have an online presence, give them a call and see. I found a fat quarter bundle, but that's usually the very best way to find state specific fabric is to call that state. I know if you wanted to find the Hey Y'all panel, you might can find it on Etsy, but you're better off to call quilt stores all over the state of Texas because they'll have it stuffed on a shelf somewhere on a bolt that they don't have online. And so if you want it that bad, sometimes it's worth it to do that. Kim wants to know, what was the name of the fall warm color fabric that I showed yesterday? I will link to it below. If it's not in the video right now, I will link to it below. It's a Kim Deal fabric. So I will find that, and because it was under the link in yesterday's video too. If you look on YouTube and go to my live yesterday, I've got it linked there. You can click that and jump and go find it. But that is gorgeous. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I made a quilt for a boss of mine years ago before he retired, and it was for his retirement, and it was made out of that same colorway, and he just loved it because it matched his living room perfectly. So Deli, you're trying to send me a super chat, but it's not going through. If you're on an iOS device, sometimes that's a security thing, perhaps. I don't know. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. I don't know. Katie, I want you to see, I got that block right. I had this row right here. I don't know if it was upside down or it wasn't sewn together or the block was turned or something, but Katie was emailing me going, your block's upside down. You were right. In the picture that you sent, it was upside down, but I got it straight. Yeah, I got it straight. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all's eagle eyes because a lot of times you see stuff that I don't. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get this on the long arm. But the quilt I'm doing today is actually going to be, it was a red, white, and it's called Red, White, and Bang. It's from Riley Blake. It's a panel quilt years ago. Okay. It's from Riley Blake. It's called Red, White, and Bang. It was the little lunchbox kit, just adorable. So this is going on the long arm today. I went digging around in my stash and I found the background fabric I want to use for it, which it was red with a bunch of just all over stars. I have no idea where that fabric came from. It'll work fine. So you must get up and get some work done, Connie. Well, how about getting some work done in your sewing room then? You go right ahead. I'm staying here. I like your dog. That's cute. Yeah. Is there a particular video where I show my triangle hanger on the back, especially if you need more than one triangle? So Katie, I learned that trick from Laura Koya of So Very Easy. But you can look at any of the finishing videos for the Kimberbell mini quilts. I've put them on that. And then I think I did more than one on, it was a Christmas quilt that I finished from Connecting Threads. What did it say across the top? I can't remember, but it was like a house. And that one, I don't know if that was done on a Stitchuation room or not. But I just took, you know, you take 10-inch squares or 8-inch squares, anywhere in there, doesn't matter. Fold them into a triangle, fold the triangle again, just like a napkin. And then just put them, if you've got a larger space, put one in the middle and two on the sides. You don't want two on each end and have it droop in the middle. So the only time I use two is if my quilt is small enough that I can almost get their points together so that the rod won't have any droop. But so Honey is a discount site. Oh, that's cool. I wasn't aware of that. That's kind of cool. Is there a pre-recorded video where I do that? There is a pre-recorded. Is there, Margie? I can't remember. I can't remember if it was pre-recorded or if I did it on a live. Hi, Karen. Thank you for joining us. She said she finally made it. That's great. The March mini quilt video shows how to do it on the finishing. Yes, Charlene showed. Yeah, she's got that right. So, but that was just the one triangle. So you use multiple triangles based on how large your quilt is. You just don't want it so that there's a droop. And it seems to be, so if it's, you know, too wide for 4 triangles, then put one in the middle and 2 on the outsides. It was on a live. Yeah. I've done it, y'all. I just don't remember when or where. So I'm going to get some ironing done. A lot of times I will use my, I'm going to put you over to my ironing station. So a lot of times I'll use my Cricut press, but let me get my chicken fabric here. Let me see. Yeah, I needed that one. I'll use my Cricut press, but I'm just going to go ahead and get this. I just need to get this done, you guys. I can't sit here and be yapping with y'all. I won't get anything done. So we're just going to sit here and visit while let me turn my light so it's not in your face and turn this so I can see you guys. Good thing everything's on wheels. You made your daughter-in-law a mantle neighborhood and didn't sew the triangles down so they could be hangers on. You didn't sew them. Well, she can sew them. All right. She's your daughter. She know how to use a needle and thread. Life skill. Very handy. Let me get this so it points down correctly on the ironing surface without glaring at me too badly. There we go. I don't have my glasses on, you guys, so I'm pretty lazy when it comes to doing these. So when I use my big Cricut press, I usually leave it sit for like 5 seconds on each quarter of the fat quarter. But this iron is so incredibly hot, I can press it out in 20 seconds as well. So instead of getting out the big press, I'm just using this. These are cute, these little peaches. Love it. Your daughter doesn't even know what a needle and thread is. My glasses are on top of my head. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, y'all, it's early. Yesterday was so much fun on that video with you guys. What I really enjoyed was talking to you about all of those products and fabrics and stuff, and then getting them put away. I don't put anything away until I talk to y'all because I don't want to skip anything. But so that was nice to get it all put up. I know, El Faber. I'm a mess. I'm telling you. Now, I have the electricity here in this room. There is a plug down right below where this is plugged in at. On my my Cricut press, I can tell the voltage or whatever it is fluctuates in this room. This was originally done as a 2-car garage. And they added power on the wall after the fact, I think, on this outside wall. So it fluctuates. I can see it in the temperature of the mini press. So I just have a much, I don't know if this doesn't have as much of a draw as that mini press or what, but I just have more consistent super hot heat with this in this situation. Now, if I'm using that mini press somewhere else, it seems to work pretty well. So you gave sewing machines to your daughters. You know what, Connie? I did the same thing. She gave sewing machines to her daughter. So when she goes to visit, she has something to do. I did the exact same thing. I don't know how it is. When I'm not there, they never sew. Well, my granddaughter has started. She started sewing, which is great. I showed her how. But her mom, love her to death, fantastic mom, not a seamstress, has no desire to stitch. So Callie's 10 now. So I'll probably get her doing some hemming or, you know, putting a button on, something like that by machine pretty soon. She's doing great. She's sewing those little rice bags that you can put on your neck and heat up in the microwave, making a little money at it. So that's good. What do we got here? You gave your daughter a sewing machine for her birthday and it's still in the box. That happens. You know, but there will come a time, and it may or may not be while you're alive, but there will come a time she'll break it out and try something with it. You never know, right? But it's funny. We'll go there several times. I have gone, nothing to sew, and we'll make a trip to Joann's, and then I'll find something to do. Even one time I got a panel, and it had a bunch of bunnies on it, and you could make bowling pins with the bunnies. So you were bowling for bunnies. It's adorable. Made a little ball, stuffed it, just went in there. It just, every time I show up, I sew. So that's something they'll remember, I'm sure. They'll tell their kids or their grandkids, my grandma used to show up and she would sew every time she came to visit. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm getting this done. Definitely needed. So I can get my chickens cut. These peaches are directional, so I'm going to have to look at that because it gives you a cutting guide for each fat quarter. Do you guys do it like this by stacking, or do you do them separate? This is very exciting, isn't it? This is what we do in the Stitchuation room. You guys put me on your TV and piddle around in your rooms, watching me piddle around in mine. I've got to make sure I've got all my Yazzie bag all ready to go. If you guys want to get Yazzie bags, I've got links below with 10% off. Yasmita gives me a permanent coupon for you guys. So I've got to get my Yazzie bag all packed and ready to go to sew my chickens. And then I'm taking Gypsy here. She's my brother NQ3700D. That's my travel machine. She's going with me in the motorhome. Okay. You taught your granddaughter to sew when she was 10. Look at that. How about that? There you go, Sally. Passing on a life skill. It's absolutely wonderful. Even if they don't want to learn. I think it's best to teach them when they're just small, you know, like that 10. You know, I think when they get to a certain age, because I taught my niece, she was like 10 when I started with her up in Wisconsin. Now she's got her own baby, singular. And, but she was making her own pajamas. So that was cool. By the time she was 12, I guess I'm just known for that wherever I go. And my aunt had a Husqvarna. Boy, that was something. That was hard to sew on for me, that Husky. Totally different bobbin, different way to figure it out, how to make the bobbin. I was like, oh man, this is hard. Nearly 700 watching me iron. Isn't that great? Well, it is a nice way to start your day. Gives you a little inspiration to, you know, get off your seat, go do something. If you're stuck there, you know, you've got mobility issues, then get some hand stitching. I showed you guys tons, tons of cross stitch patterns yesterday as well. I'm going to start a new one here. But there's always something to do, keep us busy. Oh, that was my stomach. Did you guys hear that? How rude. I'm hungry. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, you guys. That helps the channel more than you know. It's free to do. Subscribe if you want to hang out more often. I don't iron all the time if you're new here. This just happens to be a day when I'm ironing. But I wanted to get this done this morning because I've got to shoot a video this afternoon or later on this morning. I'm going to shoot a video showing how I load a quilt on my Longarm. I've got the King Quilter 2 from Sewing Machines Plus. And if I closed my eyes and just did a feel around on it, not knowing anything, I would swear it was a handy quilter. And it even uses Pro Stitcher. And if I didn't know any better, I would swear I was using the Studio 2 frame from Handy Quilter. But it is the King Quilter 2 from Sewing Machines Plus. So that's cool. And I have just been binge watching Pro Stitcher videos. Now, one of the things I thought was really cool was Handy Quilter made Pro Stitcher Premium for long arms that were 20 inches or bigger. But this Pro Stitcher Premium that comes with the King Quilter is only an 18. And it uses I got the Pro Stitcher Premium on it. So it works great. I don't have the light. And I'm loving this thing. It is very smooth and quiet, and it works beautifully. And in the premium, it's got that drag and drop feature to advance your rows. So nice. Y'all, it is so affordable. Oh my goodness. Definitely very affordable. And I'm all about affordable. What can I do? How can I get it done for the least amount of money? I'm a best bang for my buck kind of girl. And I want quality. Let's see. Yeah, Leatha, she had a Husky too for years. Y'all, that's a hard machine to sew on. I just thought it was. And it was so funny because it was my aunt's machine. She still has it. And I asked her, I was like, how do you do this? How do you load the bobbin? And she looked at me and went, she never used it either. Well, hello, Frito. Good morning. Frito just popped in looking for a goldfish under my desk. No, I didn't. What are you doing, baby girl? Y'all, Frito's here. There she is. Good morning, sweet girl. Hello. Yeah, you're a sweet girl. Good morning. Let's see. I'm almost done. Second to the last one, you guys. See, this is what the Stitchuation room is for. Just getting stuff taken care of. So I hope I hear from Colleen, the winner of the quilted wedge. Like I said, I know she won. She knows she won because she left a comment. She said, I can't believe it. She put that in the chat. And I went back and I found it and looked at it. So, because I thought I saw her name. And that way, I need her mailing address to get it to her. I'll go back and see if I can find her. I'll look on I'll look on our Facebook group, and I'll look on my previous customers from powertoolswiththreadstore.com and see if she's ever made an order and reach out. But if I don't hear from her, I might just send it to that lady that just won the quilt pattern because she's already reached out. I got an email from her. Okay, I'm all done. Excellent. This is great. So here are my chickens. All right, and then got that done. Oh. Let me do my nest fabric. Check my spam folder. I did, sweetie. I checked that this morning. Yeah, I never know when something's going to pop up there. I love this ironing surface. This is a hemness dresser from IKEA. And I had my husband make a new top for it. And it just fits right on top of the dresser. That's all it is. And he put little pieces underneath the top so it would snug up against it and not move around. I'll show you guys if I can do this without dumping my iron. I've ever showed you that. So look at this. It comes right off and lifts up. Look at that. See that? So there's the original top to the dresser, and this sticks out farther. I needed it to be able so I could do a yard of fabric. So here's a whole yard right here. And I wanted it wide enough so I could iron a fat quarter out flat. You just cannot do that on an ironing board easily. I spend more time moving fabric around than I do pressing, and I hate that. Yeah, I just don't have anywhere to iron in the motorhome or cut. I just don't have that kind of space. I've got to move stuff around in order to get it, large enough for me to do it. So I just assume get everything cut before we leave. I'll be taking my Yazzie bag that has got, it's for taking blocks. I'll show you guys this one. Now these little inserts. So I've got this Yazzie bag and it carries blocks. This is what I like to carry my cut pieces in. So it's got an insert inside of it. Okay. And you get these inserts from the Fiber Co-op in San Angelo, Texas. Vanessa makes these. It's kind of papery on the back and it's got batting. So I have half a dozen or so in here. Okay. And that's what I use to carry my blocks when I travel. But the batting keeps them from shifting around or getting mixed up or whatever. And then I've got room to put finished chicken blocks and all that. So all the cut pieces are going to go in here. And that way I can travel with them. I set up my machine just on our dining room table. And then in the morning, I got a light too for my RV. So you guys will, for the motorhome, you guys will have a little bit more light. Last couple of times it was kind of dark in there. Okay, that'll work. And then my background fabric. You made an ironing board out of your kitchen sink cutout. Nice. Yeah. I'm telling you, stitchers are so resourceful. We'll come up with anything, right? Love it. This is such a cute white on white. Oh my goodness. Just adorable. Hopefully tomorrow I've got chickens cut out for you to see. I need to get that Land of Enchantment, those blocks, put up on the wall. But again, I'm just so, that's paralyzing. I don't want to wait a month, but we're going to be gone for 10, 11 days on the road. Ugh. I'm going to come over here and have a seat. We're almost done. You guys, let me get my coffee. Oh, sit down. Bring you back down to my level. There we go. Yeah, I love that iron too, Patty. That thing is the bomb. It gets so hot. Oh my goodness, it gets hot. So, no, the SCANNCUT, Terry, I only use it to cut applique. I don't cut quilt blocks with it. You know, I'd have to putTerial Magic on them and go through all that business, and I'm not. I like to cut. I do enjoy cutting. It satisfies my OCD nature, and I really enjoy that. So, yeah, Judy, that iron is in my Amazon store. So you can go to amazon.com/shop/power tools with thread, or you can go to my blog, powertoolswiththread.com, and my Amazon store is listed in my links, or I've got it linked below the video. But I got that on Amazon, and y'all, that iron's $100, not even. And I've had that iron 9 years now. 9 years. I think I got it at the 2016 Houston Quilt Festival. 8 years, 9 years. I've dropped it twice, maybe 3 times. It's a trooper. It can handle me, that's for sure. Yeah. So cutting quilting pieces is easier without the SCANNCUT. I agree, Tina. I really do. Some people have dexterity issues and need the help. So that is something you certainly could do, but you've got to get your fabric almost to the consistency of like paper so that it will cut correctly and accurately with the SCANNCUT. So here's a question Frida's got. You have the baby quilt to do and need to know, would it be better to use your magnetic hoop, even if it's only a 5x7, or a larger hoop that isn't magnetic? Can't get another hoop? So a baby quilt, I'd probably suffer through with the magnetic. I'd make it work. Yeah, I would definitely make it work. It's so difficult to get the hooping right in a traditional hoop when you're trying to do that, because if you need to nudge that needle 1 or 2 stitches to get it to start exactly on the old, on the previous pass, the magnetic hoop is the way to go. So yeah, I would definitely, I would suffer through a 5x7 magnetic hoop. You can't find the iron on my Amazon shop. It's there. Look at my quilting favorites. It's there. I promise it's there. It's called a Sapporo. So even if you can't find it on my Amazon shop, just go ahead and go into Amazon search. You started in my store, so it'll continue. That works. It knows, it'll give me credit for you shopping there. I appreciate that. So you can get it there, and you're going to need to get an IV pole. I've got the IV pole in the quilting favorites as well. So I do not use the minerals in that iron. I don't need to. I only use distilled water in that iron. So I don't use what they call the minerals. Okay, I don't need to do that. You use floating the hoop on tearaway. That would be too much of a pain for me. I wouldn't even fiddle with that. Tearing that away on the backside. Ooh, no. I would hate that. So when, oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. Let me see. When do you go in Brilliance to add that 0.1? I think you said so as to make sure the pieces you cut a smidge over the placement line. That's as soon as you can find the placement line in your embroidery design, just click on the placement line in the objects panel and then click on the color chip down below in properties. And when you click the color chip, it'll pop up a thread dialog box, and one of those tabs is applique. That's where you create the SVG cut file, is right in there. So I wanted you guys to know, okay, there's been a whole lot of discussion. We've only got a couple of minutes left. Whole lot of discussion about not being able to get rid of blanket stitches underneath a piece that overlaps it when we're doing the snapplique method. So, oh, I see, Becky. They don't make magnetic hoops for your machine. Girlfriend, you need a new machine. That's right. That's where I'd be. I'd be all over that. I gotta have a different machine. Let me trade this one in. Let me do something with it. Yeah. You had to click on more to find it. There's a load of stuff in my Amazon shop, you guys. And I only put things in there that I use or have used or recommend or that. Okay. It's tried and true for me. All right. Yeah. Tell your husband that. I'll tell him. You tell him you need the right tool for the job. Okay. Men understand that. I know. Just tell him, look, and then you can start, the little bit. You just start, man, this machine, I sure wish I had a magnetic hoop. They don't make a magnetic, and just keep going. Just keep going. Oh, relentless. Yeah. Believe me, my husband wore me down on that new tractor. Sell his boat. That's right. Yep. Got to have the right tool for the job. Got to have it. Happy wife, happy life, right? That's how it goes. There's truth in that. All right. So tomorrow we are going to talk about solutions for that. Getting rid of blanket stitches on overlapped pieces. Not going to go into it today because we're running out of time, but I will definitely go into that tomorrow because you guys are going to want to see this. I have figured out the magic, because sometimes it doesn't work because your designs to start with, those vector graphics, are what Harper at Embrilliance called messy. Cusps and nodes and all that kind of noise. So, all right. I appreciate you spending time with me this morning. Thank you so much. I know you are busy and you have a life to lead, but this has been a lot of fun. I hope you have a great day. All right. You guys need to go sew something. Give me a thumbs up. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.